Think we're recording. Hi. Hi,
Hello.
Vicki Pipe.
Hello, Apple. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right, thanks.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming along to do this with me today. This is for everybody that might be watching is Blend Off Online. So it's basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be drinking a whiskey and we're going to be taking down the tasting notes, thinking of
hmm
the words that we can associate with it, maybe memories. All these things are going to inspire us to do a scene with a character, almost like bringing the whiskey to life. And then we're going to do a scene together. So that's basically what it is.
Fantastic. I can't wait. I
and
can't
it's
wait.
and it's an excuse to drink whiskey, which we enjoy to do,
Uh,
don't we, Vicky?
yeah, I'm always up for that. Any old excuse.
Exactly. In fact, the first time we had like a proper old whiskey, and we have this shared experience and this whole story about when we were in Arthur's Seat and we had this
Yeah.
whiskey together, and it had sea salty notes, and there was rain, and the sea was coming in, and not the sea wasn't coming in, but you know the smell of the sea
Yeah.
and the rain and the sea salty notes from the whiskey, and it's just
Yeah.
a wonderful sort of experience of. But we had some food as well. I think that food, environment, and
Yeah.
whiskey all together. So that was very much, yeah. So we've got some great experiences of drinking whiskey.
I really link that taste, that sensation to that situation, that image, that I can still picture us, or I can picture sitting next to you on top of Arthur's Seat and looking out over Edinburgh, and that I can almost sort of feel how damp it was. It was sort of that
Yeah.
sort of damp atmosphere, that you get cold quite quickly, even though it's not raining very hard. It was sort of drizzling and damp, and the ground was slightly damp that we were sat on, and there were lots of other tourists sort of mingling around, but it was just like we had this little unique paused moment between us. It
hmm
was really lovely.
And we had like little caps that you have on the screw top caps that we put the whiskey we were drinking out of it, because
resourceful.
we are very resourceful, because we didn't have glasses. I mean, the next year we went up, we had like a whole picnic glasses. We
Yeah.
got ourselves sorted. But
Cheese
this was,
course. Yeah.
yeah. But this time it was pretty much just, and it was so warming as well, wasn't it? Because it was just perfectly designed for that weather. Just
Yeah.
that nice, kept us warm while it was just, a bit windy, rainy, you know,
Yeah.
the sea in the air sort of thing, and absolutely beautiful scenery, great company. So there we
Oh,
go. Yeah.
back at you, lady.
So
Yeah, no, great. Okay,
was great. Shall we shall we
shall we?
shall we
I
have
think we
some
shall.
whiskey?
I
Yeah.
think we shall.
Oh, I'm going to put it into a glass, so I'm not going to put it
Oh,
in.
you're not going to keep to your cap. I've got my
Yeah,
little.
yeah, the bottle lid. Oh, it's extreme close up on my face there. How lovely.
Okay.
Oh, look at this. Mm. I haven't got anything to compliment it. Oh, lovely.
Ooh.
I've not got anything, because normally I might have like some food as well sometimes. I always
Okay.
think food goes nice. It's food you can either, I think, complement, enhance, or contrast. That's what sort of things that I like to do with food, with the whiskey, I think. But, so
Okay.
I might write down notes.
Yeah, I'm sort
Like a massive geek.
I'm going in for the aroma and trying to.
Yeah, I quite like the colour of mine. Look at that, beautiful colour.
Okay, yeah, I'm writing some notes too.
I like the colour of yours as well. I like.
It's quite strong ambery colour, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh, it looks. Oh, hold on. There we go. Nice.
Mine's 48%.
Oh, that's very strong. Mine's 40%.
Okay. Quite smoky. I'm gonna delve in. I'm going.
You are
going in.
I see. I read a note about this, like I read just like a couple of sentences about it, and I feel like I'm being persuaded that that's what I'm smelling, but I'm not really smelling that myself. So I'm just trying to mind over matter. I'm trying to be like, do I actually smell that, or do I just think I smell that?
It's a good point. When you have tasting notes, they are like a guide, but sometimes it's nice to just go in without having read anything, and you get that.
Yeah.
Because everyone's palate's different. Got some words.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
Got like the traditional sort of ways that you kind of speak about whiskey, but I've got some things that it's made me think of. Creamy forest is something. City
Nice.
bustling city. I don't know why it reminds me of that, guys. Wood chip.
Okay.
Smoke fog. This is the interesting bit for people watching.
Yeah, sorry, there's been a lot of silence so far. It's not been great viewing. Just two people going, looking wistfully up into the left quadrant of their brain, trying to like. Do you wanna?
Yeah.
Do you wanna go? Yeah. So okay, I'm gonna say some things that I've written down.
Go for it.
So first of all, it feels quite subtle. So like the aroma, I don't know why I said it like that. The aroma isn't as potent as some whiskies that I've had that really like sort of shocks your senses. It's sort of like a thick. Sorry, I thought I saw something out the corner of my eye there for a second. I was like, oh my god, what's that? Nothing. Literally,
imagination.
Literally nothing there. I've only had like 2 sips, I promise. So it sort of has a sort of thick, sweet sort of smell to it as well. And then as I was drinking it, it reminded me of. It didn't taste like cherries, but it sort of had that. Well, maybe it did that hint of syrup, but like cheesecake syrup. Did you ever used to have sort of like old school cheesecakes that you'd get in the supermarket and they go in the freezer? And I don't know if it was Sara Lee, but it might not have been it. But it sort of had really quite thick syrup in it. And just kind of that, it just reminds me of that. And then that makes me think of like 1970s wood paneling. I don't know why. I think because my parents for a long time, like their decor was sort of like leftovers from things they bought in the 70s. So I just sort of connect like having dessert for dinner, which would usually be like a cheesecake or a sort of ice cream of some kind, with the sort of 70s decor, but specifically like wood paneling. But it's very easy to drink. So this is a really easy, laid back sort of drink, very smooth, and that syrupy sort of feeling also makes it feel quite rich, but it's not overly sweet at all. It is, I'm just going to always go back to the cheesecake. It's sort of not overly sweet, but just sort of syrupy, quite thick. It's nice. It's really nice. I've not ever drunk this particular whiskey before. It's nice. I like it.
Mm. That's a lovely description. My whiskey, I think, is very complicated. That's not a bad thing. It's complicated. It's contrasting. It bodes more questions than it answers.
Mm.
It's exciting, but it's got a depth and a complexity to it. It reminds me, I think, when I put down city bustling, wood chip. I don't know. It reminds me a bit of London, I guess, and just if I was to put it into my think about my life, and just that those times when you just wander around the city and you see its history. It's just, and you just feel like you know that there's been many people here before, but it's actually quite a comforting feeling, and I think that's what it kind of reminds me of. And there's sort of there's a heaviness in the air, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's all foggy, horrible. It just means that it's full, and complex and interesting.
Yeah.
And I get that from that, and I get sort of food wise, this sort of woody or nutty, like an old rich cheese of some kind. That's what it kind of reminds me of. And you've got like the caramel, not that cheese particularly tastes like caramel, but this when you know how it, bringing it further from the tasting, that's what it kind of reminds me of. Yes, and the sweetness is thick, and it's like it's hard to swim through. It's not a light. It's not a light sort of sugary. It's that sort of like dark, rich sort of caramel sort of flavors. That's kind of and the smoke as well. It's quite prominent, but it's not in your face.
Yeah.
So although it's actually quite a strong smoke in this, it sits and dances very nicely and complements the rest of the whiskey.
Nice.
So now we've had some of our tasting notes and our inspiration.
Okay.
Might just have one more sip before we go.
Cheers.
48%, and then we're going to do some improv. Let's do some improv.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
How long have you been sitting there?
Oh, just got back about 5 minutes ago.
Oh. I'm so glad we put this patio in. I think I've been here for hours. Time has just, it's so beautiful sitting here, listening to the birds, enjoying the sun during those last few rays of sunshine before dusk. I thought you were going to be late this evening. You said the general meeting might go on a bit.
Yeah, I kind of just walked out.
You walked out?
Yeah.
Aren't you going to get in trouble?
Maybe, probably, yeah.
Are you okay?
I am okay. You know, come home to you. It's a nice new patio. I get to draw you, which always makes me feel a whole lot better.
Oh, I hate it when you draw
Oh,
me.
come on. Look, I've had a bad day.
If you're going to draw me, I should sit properly.
Well, what's the point of that? It's meant to be natural. The whole idea about drawing is that, you're unaware. I mean, I know I told you, but, you're not meant to pose. I've started. Look, I've started anyway. If you start moving around, I'm still doing the natural look from the beginning. Are you mad at me? You're mad at me, aren't you?
No, I'm not mad. No. I just worry for you. I worry for you in that office all day, and you walk out and it seems like you're only really happy when you're here. But I mean, and it's great. It's so great to hear that you love being here, and I love that we have these moments together on our new patio. But I worry. I'm not mad, I'm worried. I mean, should you really have walked out?
I think I should have,
I mean, what if this all goes away? How can we keep this if you don't keep going in?
Yeah, I know. I get it. I need to. It's just, you. Look, I mean, it's not about comparing. It's not about comparing, but you love your job, and and that's great. I'm happy that you can do that. But my job is so stressful. It's not even a good stress. It's not even something that I, feel proud when I achieve. I've been doing this for so long. All these young ones with their opinions, and it's great. I'm glad they've got opinions, but they don't understand how this works, and I'm just being pushed aside. I'm never listened to, and I'm their boss. The world's changing, and I don't know if I want to change with it. And then I come home and you're there, smiling, content. And I just want to draw, want to be creative. I just want to feel like I've made something that matters.
You do matter. May not feel like it, but if you didn't sign the purchase orders, and if you didn't, delegate the tasks, if you didn't employ other artists, you never would have achieved Marketer of the Year. You never would have got that title. What you do is important to other people, but and it's important for us in terms of maintaining us. I just don't know.
So
Do you really? Sorry.
no. Go on. Do I really what?
You know, you started in this business as the artist, as the creative, as the person who brought to life the visions to sell other people's ideas. It's just a natural progression that as you move up, your responsibilities become more fiscal rather than creative. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but if it's hurting you, I just don't want to give this up, but I also don't want you to be hurt either. And that's a selfish thing to say. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
So
I don't want you to be sad. Of course.
I know you don't want me to be sad, but you're asking me it feels like to choose. I don't even know what you're asking me to choose. But surely you're happier than. Are you not happy with me? Is it you're just happy with the things? The pause says it all, really. So much can be said in the silence.
Oh, God. Look, I like my own space. I like my own time. Yes, I like what I do, but it gives me the freedom to have my own space and time. And you've provided a place in which I can do that. And I selfishly, I don't want to give that up. So it's not just about it's unfair. It's not, is it you or is it the things? They come together. They are the same thing. But what you're saying is you don't want to provide those things anymore. You don't want to provide for me.
It's not that I don't want to provide for you or for us. It's just that
What? What's the end of that sentence, Frank?
I've given up my happiness so that you can pursue yours.
Isn't that what you promised me? That I was the most important thing? It's very easy, Frank. You can do whatever you want. So what do you want?
Don't know, Melanie. I know what I want. I guess I wanted some support. I thought that we were more important than things, that we could both pursue our passions and find our happiness together. And yeah, we might have to not go on so many holidays or not buy expensive wine, but we'd have other things. That's what I thought.
George rang earlier. He said he secured the loan that you recommended, and he'll be gone in 6 weeks. So he seemed happy. And your mum also left a message. She said to call her. I think she was a bit drunk. But it is Friday.
Did he call or did he come round?
George, he called. He said he thought you might not be in, but you know.
So
6 bedrooms, wasn't it?
yeah,
I think he said 6. On the beach. Sounds lovely.
does it have a patio?
I think he said 2.
Good for George.
You're not drawing anymore. You had enough for today.
I think so. I'll need to go into work tomorrow.
Mm?
I'll need to go into work tomorrow.
Oh.
And I know I was going to just speak to the patio guys, but I think I need to sort out my talk to them about my job, obviously. So I won't be around tomorrow. So feel free to take whatever you want.
I see. If that's what you want.
No, Melanie, that's what you want.
If it's all the same to you, I might just take the patio chairs. I think there's more than enough space at George's.
And scene.
I was so mean to you.
No, that was wow. You're not a mean person, Vicki.
I was so mean. I was trying to embody the sort of smooth, like easy, but like rich and like syrupy. That's what was kept going through my head. Like every time I was like, oh, maybe I might get angry here. I was like, no, you got to keep it syrupy. Keep it syrupy.
No, it was lovely.
Oh,
I think I was a very complicated, mixed up guy that felt like he's not fulfilled his dreams.
poor Frank. Oh. George. Don't like George.
Well, Melanie certainly does. And his 2 patios. I mean, you know. Anyone's got 2 patios is a dick. I'm sorry, anyone that has 2 patios, I don't think you're a digger. I have no patios.
I have no. I don't even have a front step.
No, nor do I.
Oh,
thank you so much, Vicki Pye,
for
doing that with me.
That was great.
That was a lot of fun. We shall say goodbye to everybody that may have been watching this. Thank you for watching. How do I stop it? Goodbye.
Goodbye.
This could be going on for a long time. Thank you. That was Blend Off.